product launch idea, and I feel like I haven't had this like surge of inspiration in a really long time. It is the end of March right now, and I don't think it's going to be done until probably end of May, if not early May, hopefully, because I feel like I'm gonna have to draw everything out, and then there's just some stuff that I need to order. So the launch is I want to make some Wiener keychains, but make them like a blind box edition. Maybe because like I love blind boxes. Like I have so many shmiskis in my house, just scattered everywhere. And I just want to bring that kind of experience to my markets because everyone loves like blind boxes. So I was like, might as well make them Wiener themed because I have a Wiener dog, and I make these like Wiener magnets in the shape of like a hot dog, and I always sell out of those magnets every time I remake them for markets. So I'm like, maybe like I should make more Wiener items. And so I drew up just now a bunch of different Wiener doodles. I feel like I really like them all, to be honest. I think I drew like what? I drew like 13 different designs, but I think I want to narrow it down to 9. Just because I feel like it'll look good on like a box or a pouch of like a 3x3. And I think it's a good amount of different options that people would like and would want to have. So I mean, there's a lot of duplications. Like I've done a lot of different types of like hot dogs, so I can just choose one of those. There's a lot that like are just inspired by my dog, obviously, but like for example, this biking one, we just got bikes in our house. So he has like a basket and everything. So I was like, okay, what if I made him like a really cool wiener dog and he rides his own bike or moped, motorcycle. And also he just really loves to sit outside. Like whenever he's at my parents' house and they have a backyard and we don't, like he just lays out there and he sunbathes. Like he doesn't even run around in the backyard. He just sits there. And so I was like, okay, maybe I just do something like that, and then have something on his head. So I added like a little bird on his head because he's usually so still and just like really sniffing the air and lazing around. So that's what that was about. And there's just little stories for each of the keychains that I was thinking about. So yeah, now that I'm done sketching it out, I gotta just draw it out, like actually, which will take a week or so. I feel like I'm so busy with my full-time job that like I really only have the mornings and after work to really work on this. I wish I wish the bus was just not so rocky because I am on the bus like for a decent amount of time where I wish I could just draw while I'm on the bus. Like it is just a time sucker being on the bus coming back home. So I really have those 2 time slots for me to finish drawing these, but I hope I'm gonna be done by, I feel like I want to be done by like early mid-April. Now it's like end of March, so it's really April now. So I want to be done with it in like 2 weeks, and then I want to design the like boxes. Then it takes about like 2 weeks to get not only the boxes but also the keychains for these products. And I feel like with the tariffs and everything right now happening, I just like don't know what the situation is. So I'm gonna try and finish the keychains as early as possible. Okay, so we're done with the drawings finally. It's been like 2 weeks. We're right on track to send them out to the manufacturers to make. So here are all the designs and I'm obsessed with them. Like I know it's very biased, but I really love all of them and I like cannot wait for you guys to see the keychains when it comes, hopefully in 2 weeks, if not 3, max 3, because I do want to have time to like launch them and like prep for all the content. So wish me luck with doing that. But I think the next step is while these are going to be manufactured, I have to work on the pouches. I do have somewhat of a design, but not really. I wanted to do something like this. This is kind of just like the template of the pouch. I think I'm gonna do pouches instead of boxes just because I feel like the boxes are just kind of like a waste and it's gonna be like hard to pack it and everything. So I was like, pouches are so much easier to like bring to markets and ship them out anyway, so might as well do that. And I found a good one on Vistaprint for me to like print out my pouches there. And so I took their template and I'm trying to like lay it out. I think I might just finish this off like on Canva or something, but this is kind of the layout that I want of like each of the keychains in like their own little circle. And then I'm just gonna write underneath them like what the name of it is. And then I think I wanna like, I'm like really debating on what the title of the pouch should say. I'm either thinking like weenie or wiener personalities, weenie personalities, or just like get your wieners, something like that. Because I feel like when you're at like a baseball game or something, they're always like get your hot dogs, but instead this is get your weenies. I think that's more like eye-catching and makes someone stop and like kind of come and see what it is. But I don't know, still brainstorming, a work in progress. But I feel like for the pouches, because it's made in the US, it's not gonna take as long. I wanna say like a week or two, but I still have time before the keychains come back. Guys, I'm so excited to show you what just came in the mail, and they both came at the same time. So I have so many things to show you. So the first things first is the keychains. I'm so excited to unpack it. I already opened it, but I haven't seen it yet, so we're gonna see it together. It came in all like this. There's like hundreds in here. I know it's like a small bag, but it's like the size of my face, and there's a lot of keychains to unpack. So let me show you what I got. So nervous but excited at the same time. Okay, the first one is, oh my gosh, it's my favorite one actually. It's the T-Rex Wiener dog. Oops. Let's see if it'll, oh, so exciting. That's the first one already. I'm like mind blown that it's actually here in real life. Let's see what this is. I gotta open these. Oh, sure, there's not another one. The next one I have is, it's a little scratchy because I need to take off the clear like sticky sticker thing off, but it's the prince one because my dog is a prince, so he might as well sit on a throne. And then the next one that I have is so my dog just like loves to sit on grass like one dog does and really soaks in the sun. So I decided to make this one. And he has a little bird. Oh, if it would. And he has a little bird. And then hold on tight because I have like 6 more keychains. I made like 9 keychains in total. So the next one is the bike wiener dog, and I made him into like a moped motorcycle because I wanted to make like a cool version of a wiener dog because we recently entered our biking era. Like now that we're in the suburbs, we have been wanting to get a bike, especially in the summer, to just ride around in. So I was like, I'm gonna get my dog a bike version too. Next one is a classic. It is just a hot dog. No explanation here. And then the next one I have is very specific to the dog bed that he loves sleeping in. And I'll show the next clip of what the bed looks like so that's more specific and makes more sense as to why I chose these colors. But I also love these colors. It's his day bed. It is purple. And I gave him like a little a night mask to show that he's dozing off, sleeping. And I also matched the keychain clip to the same color as the keychain. It looks a little bit off, like on camera, but it's pretty similar in person. So I love this one. So we already showed 6 and we have 3 more. Trying to see where the different ones are. So the next one is a bubble bath. The story time here is my dog hated baths when we first got him, and he, like, I would literally be in the bathtub just holding him while like we give him a bath, and he would just like scratch me all over. But now that he's more of an adult, he loves baths, and so I just wanted to symbolize his love for baths with the keychain. Next one is the donut. And that's because he sleeps like a donut, as a lot of dogs do. But I feel like when you're like a little dachshund, you look even more like a little donut. And then the last one is him as a little devil. No story time needed. He's just a devil sometimes, but he's a cute devil. Those are all 9 keychains. I'm gonna start counting them all, making sure I got the right amount of what I ordered, and then they're all gonna go into a blind box. So that's a good transition into the pouches. Designing the pouches on my iPad, I was able to just easily upload them to my Time and True Vistaprint because I saw that they were making like these little pouches, and initially I was gonna make boxes, but then I was like, I don't know, I have to find like really small boxes to put my keychains, and I feel like it didn't make sense to have a box because these are so flat. So I was like, these are perfect because they're pouches, they're flat, they're easy for me to like ship out and also just carry them to markets. So I'm like thoroughly surprised at these pouches. I opened it before I filmed, sorry, but I'm like so happy with how they turned out. Like, look at this. And the backing of all the available weenies you can collect. I think one thing that I wish I did was making one of them like a secret one or something, because a lot of blind boxes have the options, but then there's a secret like character that you can get. But I don't know, I loved all of them so much that I was like, I don't know if I can make one of them secret because I just love them so much and I want people to see all options. But for this pouch in particular, you can reopen it, reuse it. So in case I want to add more things in it, I can. But as a customer, you can easily just rip the little plastic thing off, and then you can open your pouch. And so I'm just like so shocked that I made this, to be honest, because this looks so professional. And one thing that I wanted to test out is if you can like know what keychain you're gonna get, because I can't really see through this at the moment because I can kind of like see through it. So I want to make sure that like when people are picking their mystery box, blind box, they are truly blinded. So let's test one out. This is, I feel like, the most like dark color, I guess. I feel like you can like barely see it, but at the same time I feel like I don't want them to like feel for it and like find out what they're gonna get. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some like tissue paper in there to make it more full too, but also to hide what it could be. And also I think I might make like matching stickers so that you could put it inside and you get like a keychain and a sticker. So I'm so excited to have this launch and everything. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to do for my keychains and my blind boxes is to have a good display for when I'm in market and for content, obviously. So I wanted a display that is similar to what I already have, or at least like concept-wise, where I can like hook it on the keychains. But I also wanted to make it very cutesy and like something that people would like gravitate towards my table for. So I wanted to make a like pegboard situation or board situation that's like a house shape. So all my keychains are Wiener themed and they belong in a home. So I was like, I'm gonna make a board that's in the shape of a home. When I say we, I mean I'm making my husband do all the hard work of like cutting it up and everything, where I kind of just drew it out and he did all the cutting. I think I also want to make like heart shapes onto the board, and I was really debating if I want to like paint it on or have like a 3D wooden piece that I kind of like glue on to the wood. So I'm like trying to draw it out and then place it on to see what it would look like before painting it. And that's what I'm gonna do right now before we make any big changes. So I just got back from work and it is time to paint the board. It is right here. It is just as I imagined it. And we glued on the hearts yesterday and they said it's gonna take like 24 hours for it to stay on. But I feel like it was pretty like immediate. Like I tried to move it around and it was kind of already stuck on it. But at the same time, I just wanted to make sure that I'm doing everything right. And so I just waited the full 24 hours and now we're ready to paint. And I feel like I have somewhat of an idea of like how I want it to look like. So I mocked it up on my iPad. So I think I'm gonna make the house like yellow, the roof green, and then the hearts could be pink. Cause I feel like those are the colors that are in my like branding wheelhouse. I feel like it's gonna give that pop of color on my table outside of like my tablecloth that's kind of blue, like a pastel-y blue. And then a lot of my items are pretty colorful too, but I think this would like stand out. So now I'm just gonna be using like my acrylic paint to paint on it. I don't have yellow, or red to make pink. So hopefully I can mix things around and I'll be able to do it. I only have white, blue, and green. So hopefully it'll all work out. Okay, so this is the biggest brush I have, but I think I got the yellow that I want, and so we're ready to paint. Okay guys, are you ready? Because it is officially done. Let me stand back actually. Look at it, it's so good. I feel like, oh, I need to fix this actually. It looks so good, look at this, oh my gosh. I finished painting it and everything. The sign is on. The only thing I did actually for the keychains is I put a little tape behind it so that it would stay on now that it's like falling. But also because this is our first time trying to make this, it's not as even for all of the keychains because some of them are like longer than the others. So I feel like with the tape, it's gonna make it centered on the heart and everything. So, oh, I love it. Like, I was really hesitant on all the colors coming together, but I really like it now that like everything is put together. I think when it was just bare bones, like yellow and green, I was like, ooh, I don't know if like I'm loving this, but I think with the keychains on and the pink hearts, like it looks really cute and right on time because market is tomorrow and I'm so excited to like test it out and see how it does.